Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. Before I get into this flashback Friday, so I think yesterday I posted that I was going to be doing Bold and the Beautiful. Recast reviews on Bold and the Beautiful episodes. But what I didn't know was that the last new episode was April 24th, I think. And they haven't been playing any new episodes since. So I was watching the episode today, taking out my notes and everything like that, and then I realized that at the bottom it said that the episode was from 2013. So that kind of sucked. So yeah, I don't know if I'm actually going to be doing episodes of Bold and the Beautiful once General Hospital starts back up. I'm not sure about that. As of right now, I'm still going to be doing episodes of days, but I got to be honest with you, I did a review today and it was kind of rough because I didn't really know the backstory of a lot of characters and I didn't even know some of their names. So the first review is kind of rough, but like with General Hospital or anything else, I'm gonna get better at it once I know the names and the backstories of some of these characters. So I put out a review today. Check it out. Try not to be too harsh on me because again, I'm going into this blind as far as characters' names, motivations, and history. With that being said, today's episode of Flashback Fridays, I think they're going to be doing still Flashback Fridays, but I got to be honest with you. I'm just going to get my own spin on what I think is true Flashback Fridays. But this episode of Flashback Friday revolved around Luke, and I guess I'm trying to remember his past about who killed his mother or something. Honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't remember the episode being that good when I watched it the first time, so I didn't even bother to watch it the second time. And it had a lot to do with Nell playing, I guess, his sister, and Carly or Laura Wright playing his mother, and it just didn't work for me. And I know that was like Luke's swan song as far as him leaving the show, but I gotta be honest with you, between that and his last episode, I felt like he deserved better. I felt like they didn't really do a lot of flashbacks with him. Like they gave Nathan and Dante a better send-off than they did Luke. And to me, I was disgusted by it. I was like, wow. I was truly disgusted by it because Luke is a legend. Like, he's been on there before I was even born. Like, I think. My parents talked about Luke and Laura's, the wedding. My dad remembers Luke and Laura's wedding. He remember watching Luke and Laura's wedding. So the fact that they gave him such a crappy send-off was just appalling. It sucked. It just sucked. But yeah, that was the episode, was him trying to figure out what happened to his mother and who killed his mother and stuff like that. And towards the end of the episode, he realized it was him. He was having a fight. He was having an argument with his dad because his dad was just a piece of work. Oh my goodness. His dad was a piece of work and used to constantly abuse his family. And one day Luke he had enough. He literally had enough. And his mother's standing behind him, and he has the baseball bat, and his mother's there trying to stop him. And somehow he accidentally wound up hitting his mother. The dad's berating him, and it's talking about you're just like me, and the only difference is you killed your mother, and you killed my wife. And Luke just had enough, and he was like, you know what? He just took care of him. He just hit him with the bat. And I was just like, you know what? It sucks that you accidentally killed your mom, but you got rid of a very, very evil fucking person, so I don't know, in some ways I wouldn't call that a total loss. You had Tracy there, you had Laura right there, you had Nell there, and yeah, that was pretty much the episode. Also, so yeah, from what I'm understanding, that throughout the week, Monday through Thursday, I think they're going to be showing the nurses' ball, all the different nurses' ball clips and stuff like that. So I will not be watching that. I'm not a fan of the Nurses Ball episodes. I feel like they are just a distract. I feel like they take away from what the core story is about. And I know some people love these episodes. I'm just not one of them. You know, I need the actual story, not like. I feel like it's just dessert, and I need the food. You know, it just doesn't work for me. So I won't be covering that, but I will be watching Days. I gotta be honest with you, that show isn't really that great, but I don't know. Maybe it's just I feel like I need to give it more of a chance. I need to give it more of a chance, so I'm gonna give it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna try to give it like a week or 2 weeks. Hopefully the show will grow on me. I don't know. I don't think it's a bad show, but maybe I'm just being biased because I've been watching General Hospital since high school. But I also loved One Life to Live when I used to watch that too. So, and by the way, his name was Christian. It was Christian and Will Rappaport and Erica Buchanan. I remember I was sitting there trying to remember their names, and I can't remember it. But yeah, I've been watching soap operas for a while. But yeah, that pretty much is the end of that episode of Flashback Friday. Now, the episode that I am going to talk about, I'm actually going to turn off this music for a minute, and I'm going to write it at the bottom. It is General Hospital, Part 1, 2003. I think it actually has all of them. If you check it out, I think it has all 5 of them. 1 through 5. And let me go back to my music for a second. The reason why I picked this episode was because this was an episode where you had you had Tamara Bay Carly, and she was locked in Rick's panic room. Just locked in a panic room, chained, pregnant. I don't know what the hell was going on with Elizabeth at the time. But Carly's just like, yo, call the cops. Call somebody. And Liz is just like, I don't know if she was drugged or everything was just overwhelming her. But I'm just sitting there thinking, call the fucking cops. What are you doing? And she's looking at her. She's like, oh, she was right. He was right. And I'm like, call the fucking cops. But of course she passes out, and yeah. So I'm not gonna really give away the episode too much, but this is a while back, and Jason gets arrested because Rick calls the cops and is talking to Sonny. Rick had this whole issue with Sonny about how he wanted to be a brother to him, like he's his real half brother, and Jason isn't his biological brother, but yet he treats Jason more as a brother than Rick. So it's always been that tension. And you have my guy, Ted King. I don't remember if he's playing Luis Alcazar or Lorenzo Alcazar, but he's playing one of the Alcazar brothers. And you have Faith Roscoe, and they're trying to team up to take Sonny down or whatever. Faith Roscoe apparently is giving Alcazar information about Sonny. I guess he still has a thing for Carly. I don't know which Alcazar brother it is. You got Dylan, that's at the PCP. You have Georgie there, and you have Edward comes down to bail out. I don't know which one he was actually planning on bailing out. Was it Jason or was it Dylan? But it's just a great scene, especially for people who really liked and miss Edward Quartermain and the actor that played him. It's just a really great episode, and it's I'm actually watching a little bit more myself because so good. And listen, I don't know how Cyrus is going to turn out as far as being a really good villain for Sonny, but something about Alcazar, Ted King, the way he was such a good villain for Sonny, he matched him in every aspect. He had federal connections from what I understood. Like he You know what I'm saying? Like he can, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't afraid of Sunny. He can go toe to. The one thing that Dylan actually admired about Alcazar was the fact that he walked up in Sunny's face and he wasn't afraid of him. You know, he knew who Sunny was, but he was like, you know what? Listen, I have a crew too. I have connections just like you. I have federal connections, and for what I understand, you know, he was really popular with the ladies, so he can go toe to toe with Sunny on every front, and I miss that so much. And they haven't actually had a really good villain since then. Yeah, I think they had Manny, whatever his name was, but he was just crazy. You know, he just didn't care. He wasn't really sophisticated like Luis Alcazar. So it was just a great episode to watch. I don't know who else is in it, or how many other people is in it, but definitely watch it. I'm gonna leave the description down. I'm gonna leave the name of the episode or whatever down in the description bottom. So definitely check it out. And again, I won't be really doing any Bold and the Beautiful recaps or reviews because there's nothing to do. It's so funny. I had all my notes or whatever ready, and honestly, to tell you the truth, Bold and the Beautiful doesn't seem that bad. I feel like between Bold and the Beautiful and Days of Our Lives, it was easier for me to get into Bold and Beautiful more. I think just because it's a half an hour and you just kind of just go right to the point, right to the meat, to the heart of the story. Rather than Days will play out like General Hospital, and if you don't really know, you kind of got to watch a couple episodes to kind of really get into it. But I don't know. It's some things I'm kind of liking about Days, so we'll see. Anyway, that is going to be my recap of that's going to be my recap of General Hospital. Flashback Fridays of General Hospital. Again, a disappointing episode, and that's why I'm gonna watch my version of what I call the true Flashback Fridays of General Hospital. So, be safe, all that good stuff, and I will catch you in the next recap. And like I said, again, I will be reviewing Days of Our Lives. Again, they may come out a little bit rough, I'm not gonna lie, because I don't really know the names of some of these characters, and I don't know the back history of some of these characters, but I will look into it over the weekend. And again, when I do these recaps or reviews of Days of Our Lives, just keep in mind that Mondays is going to come out a little bit later, because I work till like 6 o'clock, so my review will probably be coming out around like 8:30, 9 o'clock, 9:30 the latest, hopefully. So Monday's going to be a little bit later, but throughout the rest of the week, unless I'm doing like an all-day shift, it's going to come out on the usual time frame. So, be safe, all that good stuff, and I will catch you in the next recap.